man. Welcome at Home with Etta. Welcome at Home with Etta and an online TV show where they can tune and live from Freetown, Sierra Leone. I'm Veyanda. Basically, the show they're about to showcase Sierra Leoneans the way they do so much for push Sierra Leone and Sierra Leoneans into the map. Well, throwing spotlight on people that are making history, people that are part of the change that we all need to make Sierra Leone. This evening, we get one young man who don't work so much for make sure say Sierra Leoneans then, and day at the spotlight, and they don't work so much with young people then for promote young people then for push young people then. Ain't not to any other person but Mr. Alex Nallo Jr. When are the CEO of iLEAD, Sierra Leone. Good evening, welcome to the show.
Good evening, Etta. It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much. First of all, let me go straight to the beefing before anything. Are they beefing right now? Are they beefing right now? Because Alex Nallo, that the CEO for iLEAD, and then do the award recently with an award over 50 young Sierra Leoneans. They went on do so much. And of course, the first award I received an award, but this time around, 50th most influential people there, they're not even consider me. I remember I sent a message saying, Alex, why I'm not on the list, why I don't make the list. And it take it back, it forward away to me and I'm talking about beefing on Facebook. So for that, I dey beef you right now, but we'll go left the beefing. Alex, let's go to the program proper. Tell me, who is Alex Nallo Jr.?
I think Alex not just the regular Sierra Leonean, who most times seems to be around and up to quite a couple of few things, but I think I just pride myself as a light, and I think say me role and mission for live and for probably be a Sierra Leonean, how I'll be able to contribute, how I'll be able to impact the lives of other Sierra Leoneans, how I'll be able to invest my life for CC, for develop young people and talents and skills, and able to provide a safe space for them so that they go able to actualize their own personal dreams. So I think that's just Alex.
Then they work with young people. Then let me talk about that aspect of you working with young people that entire for build entrepreneurs in Sierra Leone. How you come about for beginning to work with young people there, and for say young people need to be entrepreneurs, not to just for wait for getting employed at the end of the day.
Well, I think working with young people there, it's crazy. Yeah? It started way back from the days where we did Children's From Network. And you realize Children's From Network might be a platform where specifically they use for advocates for the rights and responsibilities of the kingdom. And way back in school, I've been almost involved in a lot of activities. So grew through Children's From Network, I become the president for the Southern region. So the passion and the zeal for work with young people, and because it grew over time, because I can say that inside the business we grow up, being a kid way back from 10, 9 years, being gone radio for advocates for picking them, and we play with young parts for CC, for instance, the Child Rights Act in Salone, how we able for advocates and lobby government. We start up the first Peking newspaper when happening for Peking, and by Peking what they call Peking News, where actually they get Peking and where they write stories, now we they edit, now we they write the stories, now we they edit them. So that was it. So I think it was a learning process through the Children's From Network. And growing getting much older, I begin for look at all of the activities and what I don't do when I was growing up as a child, and begin for able for identify my interest, my passion, and my purpose as an individual. And I like business to say, because I believe say that people get for able for make enough money, because for like humanity, somebody get for like money, because until you earn enough, now they will able to give them up and not. So through that passion, I think work with a lot of youth groups and youth activities, and form a lot of groups and see all through college days. We start up Sierra Leone Debating Council, first it was Sierra Leone Debating Club. Later I transited into Sierra Leone Debating Council, and that venture now being the point of how you able to get young people then for speak without fear and prejudice. How you able to get young people then for engage issues, for change the narratives. Go through the ranks, then to student union politics and all of this. But then pretty earlier than that, I think I've been a struggle for start up a business way back, way back, like in 2007, 2008. Then in the no place not there for you before go forget an idea of how I want to start a business. I get passion for multimedia. I like to play with cameras and computers a lot. So I decide, say, okay, I want to venture into this. I get a first business where I do. I want to venture into this, but it was very difficult. And now I begin to look at the fact, say, how many young people and they out there were specifically one for learn and want to do things, but they don't know how to do them. They don't get to go to process. They don't get to go to a place. So then go access information. So then go access advice and get an insight into the journey as to what they want to do. So the passion day begin working on quietly, until when I go attend a program specifically Ghana, when I be the Young CEO Summit, and then I been get the grace of God to be sponsored by Airtel. Then so Airtel gave a Bible ticket, and it was a full sponsored trip. So meeting with a lot of people and Nigerians, Ghanaians, begin to look at what are some of the lacking instances, what are some of the situations and the where we need to look at as young people in Sierra Leone, what are some of the things that we need to borrow and bring back Sierra Leone. And I got quite a lot in terms of young people that need space. So my passion for business and wealth begin drift a bit into how are we able to become a point of contact, how are we able to get information, how are we able to pass on to somebody who want to start in business, somebody who want to go. So the journey starts with Africa Entrepreneurship Academy, where the headquarters in Ghana. I work with them a lot in terms of understanding the Ghanaian and Nigerian ecosystem, and looking at a lot of research on what they happen in other West African countries, what they happen in Europe, how people they disrupt market. So begin for set up a knowledge base on into waiting, especially what for do we have been the bat of iLEAD, specifically playing at the Institute for Leadership, Entrepreneurship, Agriculture and Development.
Okay, so far you don't work with young people then for build entrepreneurs then at Sierra Leone. How you see young people then at Sierra Leone? You think say young people are ready for being entrepreneurs?
Well, I think the Sierra Leone case is not different from Nigeria or Ghana. It's pretty much the same. We get the same challenges, the same problems and situations. Yes, to the question, Sierra Leoneans are ready, but readiness gets levels, it gets stages. You go get an insight, you go get a passion, you're ready for do something. So when you get knowledge into what you want to do, it upgrade you level of readiness, and it empower you to that level where you think you'd be more ready because you operate from an informed point of view. So I see a lot of Sierra Leoneans that struggle with young people, they struggle with ideas and initiatives, but then it takes beyond than your passion. We can tell people say passion elementary. Professionals don't need passion because first of all, passion and entrance into your career where you want to do. So because you get an academic degree, you want to do. So what you need every day now knowledge. What you need now expertise. How you go able to get better information. Where you go able for upgrade, for create more impact into what you want to do. So I think that the gap we don't exist. That we want to get more young people where they think like professionals. You want to turn a tailor, you like fashion, you like dress. It takes beyond that. It takes beyond. You go to the detail. We pay attention to detail for equip yourself. So I think it's pretty much the same. And I think another thing where young people get for work on a lot is that the personal drive to succeed.
Okay.
You drive for succeed, get for higher than yourself. You get for your appetite for success, get for higher than you. Your appetite for it, your appetite for breathe. So that when you get to that point, you think this idea, this initiative depend upon my life. You live because of this. Then you begin for position yourself and you begin for say how are we able to really try for impact society.
Okay. One of the challenges that we young people that don't face necessarily, one go tell you say yes, me self accept I want to be an entrepreneur, but when it comes to sponsorship for bring the ideas and come alive, it's been a problem in Sierra Leone. How you do go about is there just knowledge the impact on the young people there for being an entrepreneur, or you do go a step forward for get them sponsors for startup, then dream careers and then dream jobs or anything? Or you just stop from the knowledge and like impacting just the knowledge?
Well, I think knowledge is not everything. Knowledge is not everything, and knowledge could be everything. First of all, It's not only the knowledge about how you for do your business, but it's about the knowledge of how you able to access fund,
Okay.
how you able for honest fund, how you able for raise capital. Access to finance is a global problem. Every ecosystem get a level of access to finance. We can be like minimum startup funds, then can be like multinational companies. Then we actually they need money for able for tap into some huge market. But then this is a point: how you able for prepare yourself for the investments ready. The world don't go now such a stage that sometimes people know they invest in ideas, that they invest in businesses. So first of all, you get for able to take your business from idea stage to proof of concept. You get for able to take your business from ideation stage. It's not about people not care about who that get ideas. They meet investors every day. They want to know about who that get a market. This your business get market. It's yes. If you get this market, you don't test them. Waiting at the errors, waiting at the market failures, waiting at the potential, so we get involved. You know, a couple of weeks ago, we get a meeting with some Sierra Leonean. I think it's a Sierra Leonean, Nigerian, Ghanaian, American connection. But then the company called Synergy Capital. Then our equity investments in we do, and get about $30 million for investing in Sierra Leone and Liberia.
Okay.
Sierra Leone imagined $30 million. It's huge funds. So we get this meeting and quite a couple of other young entrepreneurs will come up in terms of how do we discuss how we able to access funds. And it been shocking to the team and even me. Forget some young people who can tell you say $500,000 investment, it's too boku. Because people just look at $50,000. They're kind of like, well, we even get $50,000. So it's about dreaming big. First of all, you never get a vision of your business what you want to do. You never get a business model where they live as long as humanity they continue to live. We see a lot of young Sierra Leoneans, young people, everybody want to go into contract and procurement. So I can tell people that say, now, for instance, we get change of government in Sierra Leone, they get new emerging businesses. New people that already started company now because you people that build businesses based on connection. If somebody opens small bar now for Salone, and now they look at the market strategy and business location, you have to look at and paddy then they can at the bar. So by the time paddy then gains the place of all the eye, they look for the new place because in business model what you get. So first of all, you never get a workable business model. As long as you get a workable business model, you continue for stay in business. And investors, you want to build a business where they attract investors.
Yeah.
So and it goes back to the fact that we've been telling people and say you get to start very small. You get to start small. Begin business where you get experience. If not ginger beer, you want to begin business with a $100,000 business, you know, one day run 1 million business. Start somewhere.
Okay.
And like you sell ginger beer, you get that experience.
Okay.
So that when you begin for engage person, the person they see, say you get authority and information into what they do. Because you don't go just come meet person and say, Etta, I get this my business idea, I need $50,000. Come on, it's a risk. So but entrepreneurs and business people want to look at what are the calculated risks.
Okay.
What are the information? I discuss with you for 5 minutes, for 1 minute. I able believe say if I give this money, you able grow am. So all of those information in there, I think really militates on the progress of that.
Okay, iLEAD over the years done so much in terms of empowering young people that's real and make them believe say yes they will do and there's no limitation in anything we they want to do. With all this, you guys sponsors whether it's government or private sectors. You get any sponsor people the way they be for push iLEAD for help young people that are so real?
What crazily we model will be the bill was that we don't want to get sponsors and we not even only seek for sponsors. We believe in starting small and growing big. We believe in using the little resources that we'll get, the space we're available to live, now your bedroom available, now your parlor. So it's been a struggle journey. Because we believe say life now a journey, not an event. So we not look for a moment where you just want for blow, but you look for starting from the ground. So you pick all of the experiences, leadership-wise, finance-wise, management. So the moment you don't get so much experience growing by yourself, so you want to build yourself up for sustainability. You don't want to make you the life cable or the life of your organization depend on somebody else. Okay. So we've been very independent because that's what entrepreneurship is about. How you be able to identify a problem and provide a solution to one. And you get to go through sacrifices, you get to go through challenges, you get to invest your lifetime into doing what you need to do. So I think we model what is one for being an example to the young people that would engage. So probably we'll not have young people to say, hey, me and guys will tell you our story of what you would do, how would it come about what you would do. And you see say it works. And for we it's about we get places who want to go. We get a picture of who's how we want to go. nobody not go see the picture. But the picture then our hearts, the picture then our mind. So we waking up every morning, every minute, and how for print this picture so that you go give somebody else, somebody will able to watch. And this is the problem. Most times some people wouldn't get dreams, they want to make the people understand their dreams. Okay. No, but your responsibility now for print that picture out. And until you get to take you years, you get to fail, you get to try something you know work, you get to reverse back and learn the process and say, come on, this not work. You get to do a post-mortem about why this not work. Okay, perhaps I'll not be get better information. Probably I need to study more, I need to read more books, I need to do more research. We're going for position means that the next venture what I take. Like I fail, but this failure not going to be repeated. I go get new imagined failures and challenges what I go meet. So I think every day I have to pride yourself on the challenges.
Sierra juice. Sierra water. Come on, go get it now. Sierra juice is here for you. Come on, go get it now. Sierra juice is here for you. Come on, go get it now. Sierra water is here for you. Come on, come on, come on. Sierra water, come on, let's drink together. It tastes better. Come on, let's share together. Everybody, mama and papa, brother and sister, come and have a taste. Sierra juice is here for you, and it's very good for you. Many fruity flavors, mama, papa picking. Everybody come and get it. Sierra, the taste of Salone.
Okay, for you where they watch me live on Facebook and on YouTube, this now at Home with Etta, the show where they don't stand for throw spotlight on people the way they do so much for help Sierra Leone for build up this nation. And not just that, where they talk about issues and where they happen at Sierra Leone, things that way they happen where we all need for discuss. All you need for do now for continue for log on and share the video on Facebook, and you all and share it to everywhere. Let Sierra Leoneans and people out there know the people the way they do things that Sierra Leone are waiting and they do. Continue for like we page on Facebook. It is at Home with Etta, and right now we get Alex Nallo Jr. when the CEO of iLEAD Sierra Leone, an organization where don't do so much for push Sierra Leoneans to the map. It deal with young people that we get her on the show, and we want to tell thank you to Online Sierra Leone for giving the internet where we the use. We want to tell and thank you. And if you're there, you want to be part of the show, just continue for send you message there on the show. We go read on our Facebook page. And so people that way we sponsor the people, we still need people that for come on board and sponsor the show. If you want sponsor, all you need for do send a message to we or call me on the numbers that we go see. List the number there very soon. Let you know. Alex, we continue with the show.
Yes.
Let's talk about the 15 most influential Sierra Leoneans. How you come about that show?
I think it's a pretty more question of how Una, and I've been faced too much because on the process, because we believe say one for guide the process, one for really guide the process to the point that to the point that you either do something you feel good about, say you get control over the things what you do, and that they be determined by external influence. So I think, but a lot of people there on the background they work. Me just like I say, me not just like a PR or it's not like I have to do everything. But it's not the fact that we think say a lot of Sierra Leoneans are doing amazing well, and how you able to recognize these people. But then it's goes beyond an award. It's about how do you bring these people together? How do you incite them and ignite them for do more than waiting than they do? For able to take them projects and the ideas beyond just the normal publicity phase, but then into a real impact venture where we're able to get tangible and visible impact on the lives of people, and where we're able to create a paradigm shift in the discourse of Sierra Leone in terms of development. So I think the initiative started last year. It's a pilot initiative from across Africa, and we get quite a couple of things I want to look at. First of all, now waiting at your network size and waiting at your audience size. Waiting at your network and audience size. That's one. How many people you don't impact? That's two. And how you work the shape Sierra Leone, and that's 3 and 4. What's are the probability for let you work continue for shape Sierra Leone in the future? So those are the 4 indicators. Beyond the indicators, we get X factors we will look at, where the X factors then determined by case, individually. This is not like the general rule. This is not like the general requirement. And like we college can say, this is not the college requirement. Say you get the departmental requirement. So this is not the general requirement. But then every individual assessment is different based on your own case, based on your story. Because we walk along with the space of young people, we meet, we get a professional relationship or network, or we do a professional following. Many young people they really do a lot of things. So, and I think we got a panel with a review this year. Last year we did an exclusive 100% panel selection.
Okay.
The event generates so much public interest, and we get to the point where we think that, as I say, we pride ourselves on humility and learning every day. We pride ourselves on the base that nobody know they set the standard for anybody.
Okay.
We pride ourselves on the fact that nobody not get an idea or monopoly over knowledge. So we they learn on the street. We they learn based on people and criticism. So people that suggest like, okay, so this year we use public nomination. Open nomination will last for over 1 month. The people first of all they nominate for you get right for nominate yourself or for nominate person. We got over 800 nominations so coming. Yes, still a lot of people ignore the nominations because the thing is that now that we get less visionary people or young people and people not able to accumulate and see things, say this is a big one, so way big, they want to be part of that. So a lot of people ignore the nominations, but then I think part of the trick where the panel uses here, every year we use new tricks, so every year new tricks, so and we want to let the tricks out to the public. Like this year, we use a trick about that. Let me see how many young people can get the courage for celebrate other young people and they. So that was the X factor we use. We look at a lot of personality issues in terms of what they happen because influence that thing where you're not able to micromanage. It could be negative, it could be positive. It's about noise making. It's not necessarily about I can take this cup and make noise in this area, say I get juice and just disrupt this area. Everybody can able to come out, I don't influence something.
Yeah.
But what I do, it actually change anybody in life, so it's complicated. So people and they don't influence where they get now direct impact on the people in life. Some people are noise makers, but the noise they don't scream so loud that they scream and the noise so that they may get national attention. Those people are influencers because some people and they, if they're not even posting on their Facebook page, if they're silent on Facebook, some people go ask. It's a news like what's wrong with this person?
Etta, if you not can want to this, what's wrong with you?
So those people are shaking things up. Those people are shaking
the likes
things
of
up.
the Fantasia. Okay, so let me talk about the event. It only grow bigger by the day. How the event this year is it different from the first one we wanna do last year? And what if it is different? What make it different?
Well, I think it's up to the public to first of all make that judgment.
Okay.
As I say, when even I post on Facebook, I was like, okay, there are a lot of things that we plan for happen, will not happen due to mistakes and unavoidable circumstances. I think we don't want to get to that point where we feel proud, say we don't do something. The fact, as I say, we get a picture we want for print out. We know what you want to do. We're not even like on the percentage of 100 into what you want to do. We're not even able to go 1%. We're somewhere, we're only getting started. It's a preparation stage, so it's deeper. So we don't want to get to that point where we think, come on, I don't do something, this is big now.
Yeah.
Now, the tendency of Sierra Leone and quick way do small to say, now we'll do the best thing, now we'll get the best event. No, come on, we not get, I can tell anybody say in our preparation stage today.
Okay.
We're just guessing, we're just learning.
Okay.
By the time we ask them together, I think it's going to get better, that's all we can say. It gets better every year. You wonder where I attend last year, where I attend this year, can able for testify say. You wonder where I attend last year, attend this year, can able for testify say. It's better this year. It's bigger.
Okay.
It's much more difficult. A lot of errors.
Yeah.
But by the grace of God, this year we have a live broadcast event.
Okay.
Live broadcast
So
event.
it makes this year more better than last year.
Branding
more
wise,
improved,
yes.
yeah.
And this
Okay.
year, by the grace of God, last year we got a couple of ministers and we come.
Yeah.
This year we get the first lady winner one of the awardees,
Okay.
and it was an honor for honor the award.
Okay.
And he came the awards, he receiving award, and all of those process. Honestly, Now being a selfless and genuine process.
Okay.
We don't make any extraordinary efforts for influence and for calm, because this is not how far we think the Nallo Jr they go. Forget such a personality in such an office for becoming your awardee, and it generates an interest for coming for taking award. I think that's an acknowledgement and endorsement.
So let's talk about the award proper, because most people they talk say, okay, some people then there are people out there way for be part of this award but we not receive the award. Then some people then they will receive the award we not supposed to receive the award. It was on Facebook where people that a friend of mine named Monica posted that on Facebook. They congratulate the awardees, and then they push them say some of una are not supposed to win that award day, but for una where they winner, we hope so una go do well. What you go talk about people the way they talk say some people then be supposed to win that award day we not get and certain people then they will then be supposed to we're not supposed to get the award.
Well, first of all, we're using the global standard, yeah?
Okay.
We're using models like the Queen. This award now like an African version of the Queen Young Leaders Award. So you have to ask a question of how many leaders are across Africa we don't get the Queen Young Leaders Award, and on which basis then they get it.
Okay.
The first person we get it, for instance, the Queen Young Leaders Award, PJ Mandewa called from Sierra Leone. Last year, Saltine and Kumba get it. How many people know about Kumba? It's just like people are good at this, but it's about what you don't do, and it's about the chances for you to get. I make I say it's about individual cases and differences as to how this thing will happen. It goes back to the point for the debate about why you think say Wizkid will win the last BET African Act against Davido, when you think Davido they record more songs past Wizkid, and Davido they make more hype pack. So that brings in the X factor where you look at for arrive to a conclusion in decisions. But it's not the point what they say. Given that now we give an error, we still hold on the fact that from last year the 50 people are what we get. This year about 11 people that make them again to the list. But bringing it all together, nobody know the way we don't give a platform who thinks they not deserve it. It's not. We get an argument a lot. But based on which facts is possible, waiting at the understanding. We're not the award people. This is not the award for the best musician.
Okay.
This is not the award of the best this that. It's about how you're making noise out of what you do.
Somebody say on Facebook, Monica Condovo say, Alex say we get beaucoup influential people and we in our communities then we moto can not the reach safe. He say we want for where we go able for identify lead for identify them and bring them to the spotlight for we want to let them win this award come next year. He said what thing you go do for people like that where then our communities them where them very influential in the communities the way moto can not the reach.
Right.
Say
okay,
it wants for them we reach out
it's
to
crazy.
them people.
Part of your influence and visibility.
Okay.
Part of your influence, people get for able to access you. If you're influential, somebody not need for fame you.
Okay.
There's influence as something where you're not able to cover. You have to be out there in the public when somebody's influential. Being out there in the public, you might not be into the mass public, but you get forget a certain space where they operate in. It goes back to the part where they say you have to ask the questions of why Salone and they go BET, like not even a nomination on the BET Awards. Why? So is it that Sierra Leone they do good music or not get good musician? But it's about with visibility and access. It's about which access the media don't brand a Sierra Leone song for go to the level. So
yeah,
you
but
getting
people
out
like
there
that,
now-
what Monica actually they try to say, people like that they don't they try to say if iLEAD they can go to community levels where they actually go after them, not to just limit them, because most of the people that will win this award get access to social media. Monica they try to say now, most of them some people then in communities where they do so much that then they influence their community there, but they not get access to social media. What you go do for people like that? They then will not get access to social media for bring can waiting and they do now their communities alive. Now that's it. They tell us not to just people them where they do things there and where get access to social media.
You know the kind of person you also knocking the multi-calorie go run. First of all, if you're a young person, you do something and you get a vision. Come on, you not get no excuse not for the on social media. At least not to money you pay for open Facebook account. At least not to money you pay for the one. You understand? If you then are a village, trust if you then are a village, if you don't do something at the village, you don't create some kind of impact. Like Usa you did, social media don't so advanced that everything where they happen, like not so you will do and post them. The moment you're able to get national attention, it's in the public.
Yeah,
so
but what do you do for people like that? Because not to in real life, not to everybody get access.
So part of the work, we are not an award company where they do award, we close, we wait for next year for do award.
Okay.
Award where they run is not a money making thing. Nobody know they buy tickets, so it's not even profit making things what they do.
Okay.
It's a journey. Outside award, we work with young people that are across Sierra Leone. They do a lot of trainings. Every day we come across people. I pretty much don't see any district in Salone or visit it. Probably chiefdoms, and not go down all chiefs, but no district not in Sierra Leone. In the 14 districts, west, north, and south, where I not don't go. Where I probably not get an idea of what they happen within there. Okay. It's not only about me. We get networks of groups that we right across the country where the network is. So we have a mileage. We probably get an insight of people actually they shake, what are the movers and shakers of society. So it's about how you idea, how you action, they're able to determine other people the idea and action. You're not going to be limited yourself. Then get people that are career professionals, where they not care about. You give them this cup, you say pin and they pin and they perfectly, then do their work perfectly. Okay. You get people that way now noise, then they pin this cup now, then they make other person know back saying, I mean don't pin this cup now, this purpose are pin and therefore. So you get able to make noise. This is the 24th century. You know they afford for be quiet. You know they be afford for put yourself in a corner. And all of these, there's a debate. A lot of people say some people don't like the spotlight. First of all, if you not like the spotlight, how you want let the spotlight fan you? Okay. Of course, you don't barricade yourself. Say I not like the spotlight. So how you want let somebody give you the spotlight? Well, you don't want her, you don't like her. So you get for able to make yourself accessible. You get for able to make noise out of what you do, so that people will able to access you, people will able to find you, and people will able to give you the spotlight. Social media increase your brand presence. Let people know about you. When people think about pretty prominently, there's somebody to talk about Etta Salone. Everybody knows Etta actress. Okay. Etta can be. I can always tell people, Etta not gonna be the best actress in Sierra Leone, but Etta they take advantage of so much situation that a name and acting are the same, not synonym. Yeah. So it's not about you being the best into what you do. It's about how you make your name sound as to what you do. The moment you say Sabi Etta, who's Etta? Etta already asked you. Okay. So we get a lot of Ettas in Sierra Leone, a lot of Ettas. But the moment you say Etta, the first week it was Etta.
The one way they act.
So you get until you get able to build the brand. So that you be able to forget we platform we actually not a beginner's platform. We want to look at people we don't do where they on the run. Okay. All things say with the little resources and the little access to information and all of things that they make so much noise. So imagine then can people and the way you get a platform and get mileage. And how you be able to use that mileage for able for capacitating yourself and able for impact on other people now.
Okay, if you see the watch we live on Facebook, this now at Home with Etta, the show we don't come for to spotlight on people that way they do so much for push Sierra Leoneans into the map, and we're gonna discuss issues there. We actually they try to bring people on board because are not just one interview we guess. We want you several way online where they watch where they send you comments for get chance for ask Mr. Nallo 1 or 2 questions then before we continue with the show. We get Alex Nallo Jr. where now the CEO of iLEAD Sierra Leone. Somebody they asked on Facebook say why 15 most influential people then why and then why?
I think we operate from a very creative and innovative space. What we think say there's a question that who determines what? What are they determining to right? What are they determining to wrong? It's about how we think so with actions and with ideas, with movements that they're able to create an impact. Okay. And for me, I tell somebody, say like, given that, if that was the case, and this is how we do reverse. This is how we do reverse endorsement. If we get anybody in our list, we're up to 50 or 100 people maximum criticize that person over there on that list, we're happy. You know why? That's the negative confirmation. Okay. Because first of all, that if we get a list where people then they ask, who done at this person, then we're getting it wrong. But imagine you publish a list and this person get, why this person there? Why this person? I'm like, so we all know this person. First of all, how we know this person?
this person falls than an influencer.
Yeah.
So automatically you don't get mass majority of people that criticize one person or they pick on people. That shows it. Then people and then at them face. Then people and then at them face. Then nobody people and then nobody. And then people and then not to them party them, not to, but then they follow the people. Them. So first of all, what thing they make you follow person?
Because they do something where you think so.
What did they make you criticize person?
Somebody
so you come to terms in all of those stuff.
Okay,
We don't know to do anything, nobody need criticize them.
As Finda say, what is the criteria to be picked as part of the 50 most influential people?
I think the criteria pretty much we don't talk about again. So waiting at the network size, the audience, that's what we're looking at, the audience.
Okay.
If you do something that you don't normally do one, if you do something that you copy somebody, they keep on now. How you waiting at your audience size? How many people and you idea and the action they disturb or they disrupt? How many people then they feel uncomfortable by your actions, like the mass majority of people? How many people then they glad you? So it's about how your ideas and your actions they determine other people that your idea and the actions, even their emotions. Okay. If you post something on Facebook now, how much person they vex? You know? How much person go vex by you? No, not so you for post this kind of thing. Meaning you are so much. So your idea and your own actions daily, they determine other people that your ideas and their actions. And they even determine their feelings and their emotions.
Okay, Alex Nallo Jr., thank you very much for coming to the show. We appreciate you so much. You don't do so much now this country for push Sierra Leone. And we continue say with the praise say you go continue for doing in your own way. You're making leaders now this country. And we pray say you go continue for doing. And I pray say next year I wanna go nominate me for
well, as I say, it's a journey. We wake up every day, we don't know what to do. We don't know what to expect. So
what will be your last word to people that are out there?
Well, I think I just want to encourage every Sierra Leonean that there's no Sierra Leonean more Sierra Leonean than any Sierra Leonean. We're not Sierra Leoneans. Let we play, we will lead to effort and part. And let we get the spirit for, let we able for compliment ourselves. You know, a lot of people sometimes, sometimes I grow through this from last year. Last year I vexed, this year I bet I'm not vexed. Because my point was that people that treat you as in a body they do to Salone. My argument was that let even say everybody there on that list not supposed to, they're waiting at the damage to Sierra Leone. Yeah. What is the damage? What is let we analyze and see waiting at the good or the bad. We are shaking for inspire more people. And Etta, it might surprise you say we don't able for ignite people then away then they walk. It's like a competition now. Mm-hmm. Like young people say, myself I want for. I come across people where they say one day I go dinner this. So you ignite people and for able for do things. You know, it's not only about the award, but we don't ignite people and for able for do things. So the efforts them, they might not even be recognized forever, but just because of that drive, you're not going to know what it will lead to and how you go for impact Sierra Leone.
Okay, thank you very much, Alex, for coming to the show. To every viewers and we will stream on live on Facebook. Continue for share the video at home with Etta. Although I know they feel too well, but I have to do this. We have to start from somewhere. And thanks to our sponsors. Then first of all, Online Sierra Leone. Thank you very much, Online Sierra Leone, for providing us with internet service. We want to thank one of the best people that when it comes to internet providing. And of course, Sierra Juice, Sierra Water, Sierra Juice, and Sierra Water with a drink. I think I almost lost my voice. But Sierra Water, you have your juice there, Alex. You have you have your juice. Even when I lost my voice, Sierra Water, they helped me forget my voice back. And so, to all we viewers them online, we want to continue to share this video to the world. And it's right on our page. Tell me who that you want to see on the show next week. Till next week, I am Henrietta Bawa. I mean, you presenter Henrietta Bawa. Thanks to me producer and me cameraman, Mr. Josephus. And me able man, me able cameraman every day it is changing him. So I don't tell Auntie I say give me the name you want to the laptop or people that so tell me you call laptop. It's a low using here name. So Mr. Jamiru, thank you very much, Mr. Jamiru and Josephus. You guys have been amazing tonight. Thank you for the filming. Go now with YouTube page at Home with Etta and watch this video and share it to people there. Together we can make it happen because Sierra Leone lives matter. Let me continue for push and celebrate the people where they help for making this country. Till next week, have a pleasant weekend.